Carlos.
Yes, sorry.
Carlos, Carlos.
Yeah, we never met, and it's so stupid that we never met, but
Yeah.
I was in Spain with some
When he
meetings
was in-
while... Everything is working well. So welcome all of you, also people that they are joining online. It's a big pleasure to be here representing as Carlos to APPT, the organization. Basically, where we are now, I think you can almost see behind. We are in Jakarta for the first time in APPT. We are going to do the APPT YOU.C1000 and actually we are going to make it in this amazing place that you won't see in the camera right now, but you are going to be aware when we start with all the streaming. It's amazing that we are here, and actually I'm super well surrounded. I'm going to introduce all of them in this press conference, and we are going to talk a bit about paddle sports development and all these interesting things as we usually do. So I'm going to start in my left side of the table. So here we have Henki, that he is the representative of YOU.C1000, which is the naming sponsor of this amazing event. And here we have some drinks that they are going to be super useful for all the sports players and also for us as Gio is taking now. Then I have Gio. He's going to be representing two sides here. One is the club, so as the host event, he's going to be talking about what they do and how is it going and why they did that. And he's going to be representing also as a player because he's going to be competing from tomorrow on. And in my right side, I've got the representatives of the Federation of Padel in Indonesia, which is a big thing. So we are super happy to have them here. So we have Mr. Gali and Gino Corompis. So it's a pleasure to have you here. And to not take more time of you, I'm going to start explaining a bit what we do, which is our intention, and then I will introduce some questions to our participants here. So basically, as you all might know, we are APPT. Our main goal is to promote Padel through all the region, and we do it in the best way we can do, which is basically organizing competitions, gathering players from all around Asia in the amateur and professional level. We've been doing a long journey to get here, so we already know what we do, and we are increasing the level and the recognition of this sport in this area. So we've been in Philippines, in Indonesia, Hong Kong, Vietnam, China, Thailand, so all these places, and we will go to Dubai, Japan, and other countries, which is a big thing. But actually, where we are right now, I wouldn't say it's our favorite place, but can be, because I think it's where the paddle is the biggest, where it's properly organized. I think I have some people that we can blame here to my right. But basically it is. So it's where we organize most of our events, and we are feeling like home every time. And in this special scenario, I think I can say out loud that it's going to be the biggest or highest level seen in Asia in the history for the names of the players that they will be joining to this Appt YOU.C1000. I can say that we are super happy to be bringing these quality players more and more every time. So, having said that, I'm going to start with the location, with the place where we are going to be, and I'm going to ask some questions to Gio that I really want to understand why they did that and how it was. So first of all, can you explain us why and the importance of hosting an APPT in your club in Jakarta? What was the reason and why you were trying and promoting this?
Hi. So the reason that we would love to host the Grand Slam in Padel Pro is we're a brand new club. We're trying to grow the sport, and the other thing is we're trying to be different compared to other paddle clubs. And while every club can make their own tournaments and local tournaments, maybe national, not many can be able to bring a proper tour where we can invite players from, I don't know how many countries, different countries are coming. 72 countries. So yeah, I think this is a big opportunity for Padel Pro, for us to grow the sport, as well as for Indonesia. It's good for our brand. I can name many other reasons, but I think that answers it.
Amazing. That's a super important point, the differentiation part, because actually we are trying to put up the standard every time with the venues, and here I think it's one of the best that we've ever organized APPT because of the amount of courts, the height of the roof, and the location. And to continue with this, and now we will go from the federation side, but what do you think is Padel Pro doing for the sport? So why you are helping this promotion, or what's the reasons or the arguments behind that? What are the strategies that you are trying to follow?
This is for Indonesia, right?
For Padel Pro.
Oh, for Padel Pro. Wait, the strategies for...
Strategies to make the paddle bigger. So how you are promoting with your community?
I mean, similar to what I was saying earlier in regards to having the tour here, I think this brings a lot of recognition to the sport for not only Jakarta, but hopefully other countries that would be live streaming this. And as I mentioned before, we're going to have many players from other different countries as well playing, and I'm sure that they would watch their sibling or their friend or any one of their family members playing, and I think that that'll be a good recognition for Indonesia as well, and as well as for Padel Pro.
Okay, amazing. Thank you very much for that. And I think the effort that they are doing is crazy, because they are one of the main venues pushing this sport forward. Okay, so taking this topic and moving onwards, because we were more talking about Padel Pro and what the strategies do they do in their field. Now we go more into a general vision of the sport in Indonesia, that is the most developed country in this paddle sense. So here we have the PBPI president and member. So I would like to ask, how is the paddle situation in Indonesia? How you see it yourself?
Gracias, Carlos. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
The situation of Padel Indonesia right now, I have to say that I'm blessed that it's growing really fast. I mean, really fast. Since the inception of the federation. Before I stepped in Jakarta, there was only one club, which is racket club, RPC in Cipete, and one in Pik, called the Verde. There are 4 courts, 3 courts. And fast forward 1 year and a bit, by 6 months forward, Jakarta will have about 45 courts, right? We're not even counting, we just run a national event in the northern side of Sumatra, which is in Sumut, relating to the national sporting event, number 21 in Aceh and Sumatra Utara, northern Sumatra. And we had the opportunity to do the exhibition there. So Sumatra Utara already have 3 courts. Southern Sumatra also is building. Western Sumatra is building. I know West Java is building. I know East Java already have 3 courts and more are coming. We know that in the Bali region and in the Nusa Tenggara Barat region, they have already a couple of courts. So the development of infrastructure has increased by folds, right? So that results in more players. More players got introduced to the sport, start being involved in the sport, playing in the sport. I know my wife play more than I do now, right? I'm pretty sure your wife play more than you do too, right? So right now we have managed to see Indonesia as, I'm optimistic that right now Indonesia is probably the leading country in the industry development. So fortunately, my job has been helped and eased by all the stakeholders, including Padel Pro Kemang, you guys, Appt, YOU.C1000. My job has been eased, so thank you on that note.
No, thank you very much for that. And actually, a mention to that is that they are always supporting everything we do. They are always behind. They are always welcoming to our events, and they are present here, as we can see. We would like to have more participation from the sporty side. I was saying that I want to see you playing soon. It's just like everyone knows. But yeah, so we are really grateful with that, because it's important to be hand to hand, as you were saying, with the stakeholders. So we are all in the same field, and we are all pushing in the same direction. So that's important. Okay, so about what you were saying, which are the next steps that you are planning to do? Which directions is the federation heading towards?
So I'm not sure if everyone know that the Indonesian Padel Federation have been accepted as one of the member in FIP, in the International Federation. So we actually have many events that we are told to do by them and by our government. So obviously the number one program, or the number one, I would say program, is to add more and more provinces into in becoming member of our federation. Right now we have 12, I think, but the ones that participated in PON, where the national sporting event, was 10. So I would like to say thank you to all the, we call it Pengprov, Pengurus Provinsi, which is provincial arm of the federation. I would like to extend my gratitude for them to participate in that. And So we would like to have more provinces joining this positive virus, I call it, because it's affecting a lot of people at a very fast period of time. And in sporting wise, one, we actually, in our blueprint, we already have a program to make Indonesia Open, which is a big single international event. That would be followed by Jakarta Open, Bali Open. So once we do the Indonesia Open, most of the provinces should do their Open, right? And then from national perspective, we also have to create our own circuit, nationwide, whereby you want to call it a league or whatever. It's up to everyone's perspective, but I like to call it a circuit. I like to make it with the guideline of the federation on how to run it. And I would love to have, and this is also in the blueprint, to be able to participate, or at least propose to participate in. There's a big international event next year happening in Indonesia. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm hoping that we will be exhibited there too. So that would actually create a lot more interest, sporting wise, in this country, in preparation for the next national sporting event in 4 years, which, finger crossed, Padel would be exhibited in LA and also in Australia, right? So that's our big blueprint towards the future. Obviously, we will always support APPT, even though it's not part of the federation's event. But the reason why I am happy with APPT is because of the lack of international events from the region. So regionally, APPT right now, being a privately run paddle tournament across the Asia Pacific, we have to be a part of it, even though we cannot maybe send quote unquote in national team. But this is where our players, Indonesian players, like Gio, maybe, yes, national players, no? Well, like players like Gio, players like everyone who's playing on our light can participate, and they can show the level of seriousness, they can show their level of sportsmanship, while us federation and the provincial federation can start doing our own ranking system. We gotta start doing our own circuit. So that's our short-term, medium-term, and obviously Olympic. It's everyone's. I would love to see. And also we have to participate in World Nation Cup by the federation, and always in October, right? So next year we have to participate. But the goal is to be able to see Indonesian player playing against Spanish, right? Or Argentinian. That would be maybe
That's the
Gio
goal.
in the future. But that would be the dream, to be able to play, Indonesian player to go against the Cuelos, the Tapias, the Chigotos of the world. So me being the head of Padel of Indonesia, my promise is to elevate the sport here to my furthest capacity.
Amazing, thank you. Yes, and you introduced a super nice topic, which is the level of Indonesian players that we love to see them in these international events. and actually recently happened some milestone that they participated in the Asia Pacific Padel Cup in Bali last week, and they were the winners within 6 different nations. So congratulations for that, because basically this is showing the quality of players that they are getting raised in Indonesia, and we are super happy with that. And you were mentioning another topic, which is about the country tour or competition. That we are super happy to see that, because it's another step in the development of padel, because it's gonna give more daily basis or weekly basis competition, and this is, of course, is gonna push the sport forward. So more than happy to hear that. And actually, I think to finish it up, you were willing to share something in Bahasa now that we are in your country, to the Bahasa speakers that they are here or they can listen. So more than welcome. I won't be able to understand, so please don't say anything rude.
No.
But
Just to you. Just kidding. Oke, terima kasih. You understand?
yeah, that's it.
Terima kasih Carlos. Sedikit saja karena ini memang di Indonesia, saya harus menyampaikan sedikit dalam bahasa Indonesia. Sebenarnya ini lebih ke terima kasih dan dorongan. Nomor 1, saya mendorong bukan hanya Padel Pro Kemang, tapi seluruh pencinta padel ya di seluruh negara ini untuk membantu saya bareng-bareng membesarkan olahraga yang kita cintai ini. Mulai bagi para investor untuk membangun court-court baru, bagi para pemilik courts atau klub, ciptakanlah pemain-pemain baru, ya, ciptakanlah pemain-pemain baru. Bagi pengprov yang sudah berdiri, kejarlah pertandingan-pertandingan di dalam provinsinya masing-masing, agar kita bisa melihat calon-calon pemain-pemain Indonesia berkualitas, ya. Tentunya saya ingin mendorong dan berterima kasih kepada yang selama ini telah perusahaan-perusahaan atau industri yang telah mensponsori dan membantu event-event padel di Indonesia seperti YOU.C1000 ya Pak ya, ini udah yang keberapa kali. Pak Hengki, Head Racket juga sudah beberapa kali. Pak Tri biasanya ngumpetnya di belakang, tapi biasanya dia juga ada. Sekarang ada Volvo, ada Stube, ada macam-macam lah. Pokoknya intinya untuk perusahaan-perusahaan, untuk company-company, ini bahasanya kalau bahasa politik, ini barang masuk Pak. Ini barang bagus. Ya, ini sangat bisa mendorong produk-produk kalian juga, karena this is the fastest growing sport in the world. And statistically, padel in Indonesia is the fastest growing padel country maybe in the world. So, please join us in developing the sport that we love. Itu aja yang saya pengen sampaikan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Okay, thank you. And actually, I really look forward talking with Henki because they are the naming sponsor, and I'm really interested in knowing their intentions, values of the company, why involved with Padel, because they are one of the main stakeholders in this industry, and we really want to see them participating and helping the players, because basically when they come, they make us all addicted to their product, so we love it. So I would like to ask, what motivated YOU.C1000 to be part of this tournament, and how this aligns with the values that you have?
Okay, thank you, Carlos. It's an honor for us to be the title sponsor of this tournament. And yes, we believe that, as Pak Gali said also, that this kind of sport is very rapid growing industry in Indonesia. and it's a energetic, cool, and premium sport, and it's matched with our brand personality. That's why we committed seriously to be a part of the support and the support for this growing industry now and of course for the future. This is my main motivation because this sport is aligned or matched with our brand personality. It's energetic, cool, and premium.
Okay, amazing. So I guess this aligns with the objective of YOU.C1000 being part and being involved with all these tournaments, right?
Yes, exactly.
And do you see this as a long-term partnership, or how do you envision your participation and the plans that you have with this sport?
Yeah. Well, of course, we don't want to just sponsor just one event or one tournament, but yes, true, this is a long partnership, and as I've discussed also with Pak Galit before that, really we want to support for the long-term partnership with the federation also, so we can be part of the sport growing industry. So yes, I think we can do more and more to growing this industry, not in Jakarta or Bali, but also in other cities in Indonesia. And we believe this is a very good industry, and I think as young people and more young people will like this sport industry.
That's beautiful because basically you want to relate this sport with drinking this beautiful drink, and how this relates with the community. So how do you interact with the padel community or in general community?
Yeah. Our product is isotonic drink plus 1000 vitamin C. So we believe that this drink will help the player, and also when they play, they can rehydrate and also at the same time keep the immune system. So that's why not only in tournament or competition that we support, we also support the community. And yeah, we're interesting to discuss with them, support with them, with all community. So if all of us we can gather together to grow the industry, I think the growth will be more and more faster, and more people of Indonesia, mainly young people, to join with this sport. And yeah, I think we can grow together, our brand and also this kind of sport.
Okay, thank you very much for that. It's a pleasure to have you on board, and we're really looking forward to keep with that. Okay, so basically to finalize this, I would like to go directly to the sportive part, because here we have one player that he will be sweating from tomorrow on. So I would like to ask, from you as a player, how is your perspective with, or your expectation with this event happening starting tomorrow?
I'll speak as a player and as a fan. I think this event will be such an exciting event for Jakarta. I know so many people that are gonna come. This place is gonna be packed by tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be a crazy fun atmosphere for everyone involved. Yeah.
No, amazing. So actually, we're really looking forward to see how the competition goes and how everything evolves in the court. And just to finalize, how you see the Indonesian players' participation that we've been talking before in this competition. So you think they have or they challenge and they are fighting and they are evolving, or they are stuck in the same level? How you see these Indonesian or local players, they compete or they fight to each other?
To each other?
Or against each other?
I mean, for us, paddle is a relatively new sport in Indonesia. We have a few good players, and very exciting. Some of us has only started within these past few months. Some of us played for more. I think having the Grand Slam here is it's a great challenge for all the Indonesians. it's exciting to see how the people from other countries are going to compete. And for us, it'll be exciting to learn the level of paddle outside of Indonesia. Therefore, it'll motivate us, I'll motivate the new people and the young people to continue playing or start playing paddle in Indonesia.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so actually to close this time, thank you all for coming, for joining online, and of course for all the panelists to be here, federation, players, the club, and sponsor, and also to all APPT team that make this possible, and the club members that as well. And yeah, I encourage you to come see the highest or biggest level in history in Asia in this APPT YOU.C1000 Grand Slam in Jakarta. Thank you very much and have a good day.